If you liked my video on Girl Scout cookies, you might have learned a lot. Or you might have been really confused by the scoring. I'm going to keep that in mind. For today's challenge, we're going to find the best combination of milk. We're going to mix it with an assortment of other things, and then I'm going to rate them in a very easy to understand scale. So first up, we have Pepsi and milk, making the very popular Pilk. I'm going to do a half cup of each, mix it together, and then tell you if it's good or not good. That's how we're going to be rating them. I'm going to hope there's no ties, but there probably will be, and we'll deal with that when we reach that point. This is whole milk. 100% milk. None of that 1% or 2% stuff. Alright, Pilk, here we go. It's got like a nice coffee color to it. Coffee with a lot of creamer, very creamy at the top. Tastes like a Pepsi root beer float. It's good. Next up, we have Sprite and milk, also known as Cilk. My mother is a big fan of Cilk. She's always trying to get me to drink it. I haven't tried it yet, so I'm sure she'll be very proud when she sees this video. Again, we're going to be nice and consistent, half cup of each. I am letting the fuzz subside so I get a full half cup. And now for the dramatic combination. I forgot to record it. That's awkward. This one is even more foamy. It's a little intimidating how foamy it is, honestly. That was painful in my teeth. It's very strongly Spritey. It's not good. It wasn't bad, but if I have to choose between good and not good, it wasn't good. Definitely wasn't good. Now don't worry, I do know how to judge food competitions. I do have a small glass of water here that I am using to clean my palate in between rounds, so there's no aftertaste going on. Next up, what I suspect is going to taste very similar to what I called the Pepsi root beer float will be root beer and milk. Not sure if it's called Gilk or A&WR&Bilk, A&WR&Bilk. I'm not sure what the proper term for it is. But I will let you know how it tastes. Very bubbly the A&WR&Bilk is. A lot of fizz. This one has got more of like a unwashed sheets vibe to it, more than a coffee vibe. Hopefully it tastes better than that though. It's like a real mellow root beer. The milk prevents the bubbles from popping, so it's not as painful as regular root beer. It's like real mellow and smooth. Almost a caramelish. Or like those really bad chocolates that taste gross. Sort of like that, but without the bad parts. Anyway, good. I don't really know the intricacies behind soda, so I would think that Canada Dry is the same as Sprite, personally. But I also think that if I asked my mom if she would like Canada Dry mixed with milk, she would say no. And since I know she likes Cilk, that implies that they are different. So we're going to try making Gilk here and find out if it's good or not. That was possibly more than a half a cup. I'm tempted to do more than a half a cup of milk to keep the proportions equal, but I'm also afraid my stomach is going to get really upset. So we're going to leave it at that. It's like the ginger ale and the milk were working together to make bubbles on this one. The froth on Gilk is no joke. Not good. Running out of room to display them here, but that's okay because we're on the last one. Grape soda milk. Gilk. A classic in the southern states, but a new combination for me. It smells like... what does that smell? Maybe a grape, what do they call them, barrel drinks? I call them hugs. Possibly that. Very strongly of that fake grape smell. It's got a low amount of bubbles, not too solid of a froth. The milk has sort of captured all of the scent. It actually looks kind of weird. Let me take a picture of this. It's like tie-dye at the top. It's coming out more gray than pink in the picture, but there's like these striations. I don't know. It looks interesting. And no, I'm definitely not stalling because I don't want to drink it. Duh, I love Gilk. There's like a bunch of dots in it. Looks like it's got grape seeds all over it. This one tastes the most like soda and milk mix. Like it's not a homogeneous mixture. I have to say, not good. Not good. And there you have it. Some things are good with milk. Namely, A&WR&Bilk and Pilk. Some things are not good with milk. Namely, Cilk, Cilk, and Gilk. Hopefully you learned something. Challenge complete.